All right, all right. Welcome everybody. Welcome. It's your boy Trav again here with Trade the Trends. I just want to make sure I can actually start talking about a few things and actually start, sharing some things, with others. Okay, and I want to make sure that everyone is in tune. Everyone sees what's going on. Everyone knows what's going on. And basically, just talk about a few things. I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about cryptocurrency. I want to talk about gold. I want to talk about marijuana stocks. I want to talk about the weed, guys. I want to talk about all the things a lot of people don't talk about. And what's key is that people follow, my pages because what other page is going to tell you or talk to you about making money, right? On these social media platforms. Everything is telling you to buy, consume, right? Give away your money. But no, here, what I want to talk about is how you can multiply the money that's already in your bank account, guys. You don't have to have thousands or $1 million to start investing. You just have to understand the knowledge and the needs of investing and also just understanding the market a little bit more. That's really what it's all about, guys, is understanding the market, okay? And I want to share with you guys, some money making tips, about that market or about this market. Okay. So first off, where I truly want to start at, as I want to minimize this, I want to go over, a few things here because where we want to talk about is me and my partners, Jason and Justin on January 12th, right? We wanted to launch the W.I.N network, right? Because we wanted to help everybody win 2019 now. No matter what day it is in the year, you can start now to win the year, guys, because you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And I know everyone heard that. So guys, when you see I Trade VA, come across the screen, that's because we have a workshop, whether it be online or live in the Richmond, Virginia area, where we want to get hands-on and show you how to start your own brokerage accounts, how simple entering and exiting a trade can be once you learn the skill set. And we want to help you get from A to Z. We want to help bridge you guys, from A to Z. And because the most important thing I know is learning the skill. And the reason why learning a skill set is so important is because a skill set is something that no one can ever take away from you. No one can ever take a skill set away from you. Once you learn, you can earn with that skill set. Once you learn as a doctor, you earn as a doctor. You learn as a coach, you can earn as a coach, right? You learn as a dancer, you earn as a dancer. So no matter what it is, barbers, anything you learn, you can earn in the market. That's why a skill set is so important. So we want to give you live trainings and educational classes that's going to be available to you guys 24/7, right? And these are on our paid courses. But of course, if you want to start getting your feet wet, please utilize the link that I left in the description so you can actually start looking at, some of the intro videos I have with Forex, saving in gold, crypto, trading and all that. Some profits, me taking $500 account to a $900 account. And I'm going to show you guys some profits too in a second here. So stay tuned if you want to see really what this money looks like. So first, let's talk about our conditioning, right? We've been conditioned to do what? Go to school, good grades, graduate, and then get a job, right? Whose parents told you this, right? Majority, all of our parents, that was the scheme of things, right? As I like to utilize in that terms is to, get into debt, then get a 40K to 60K job to pay back that $100,000 that we just loaned or got loaned to get this education that doesn't guarantee you anything, guys. Going to college or school doesn't guarantee you anything other than to be able to be a good employee, because the educational system was taught to drain creativity, discipline, and intelligence from us in order for us to only understand to be obedient workers, right? We go in young with the mindset that we can be anything we want to be, right? You can be whatever it is you want to be. But then, unfortunately, we get conformed to say, hey, I can only work for these things. I have to get a job. I have to learn to be obedient. I have to learn to not think for myself, but allow other people to think for me and actually just go along with it, right? And as you can see here, the guy down, he's like good, right? The big corporations, right? The Rothschilds, the JP Morgans, the Carnegies, all these people, that were involved with that, that creature on Jekyll Island called the Federal Reserve have created these textbooks and these things in order for us to be obedient to keep them rich, right? But now I'm going to show you guys what they didn't want us to know, right? We found out what's going on. Now we have a way to multiply money ourselves, just like their banking system does. But now we don't need those banks anymore. Now I'm going to show you why. When really this started for me, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, famous author for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you might have heard of it. He also wrote a book called The Business of the 21st Century that I first read before these two. Okay, it really started talking about network marketing, right? And a lot of people say, what's network marketing? So basically, it's almost like affiliate marketing too. So basically, you have, for example, someone actually has a business, a service, or something like, let's say Avon, right? Avon is network marketing, because now what you do is you actually sell the product to other people and you get paid if the people you refer sell the product also, right? So a lot of people call it a pyramid scheme, right? The people who call network marketing pyramid scheme are usually, unfortunately, poor-minded people because they don't know the strength of a pyramid, right? You think about our ancestors who came in Egypt, who built these strong pyramids, right? Right. The only pyramid scam that exists is your job, because yes, the person at the top does make all the money. In network marketing, you can make as much money as you want. There is no caps, no matter where you are in each leg or in the pyramid. You can make more than a person on top of you, right? In these structures, right? This is just give it a structure, right? But that goes back to our first quadrant here, that employee mindset, right? We were told that we can only exchange our time and effort for income. Turn to work hard, put your head down, go to work, get paid. Hopefully you can get some raises, and maybe make a good living for yourself and then die. That's kind of the American dream, right? As some would say, right? And that's 60% of the population who figured out, I'm an employee. I'm going to stay in this employee because I've been conditioned this way, right? Anything outside of the norm, I'm uncomfortable with, right? But then you have some other people who say, hey, I'm going to take a small step into self-employment, right? I don't want to work for anybody. I would rather work for myself, right? And this is definitely a good start. I'm going into the right direction. So now you do have some leisure to say, when do I want to go to work? When do I want to go home? Or when do I want to take vacations? You have all access to that. The only problem is that when you own your own job, right, or you are self-employed, if you don't work, you still don't get paid, right? If you stay at home all day, you don't get paid that day because you didn't see your clients. You didn't cut hair. You didn't do hair. You didn't see patients, right? Whatever it may be, you don't get paid, right? And that's 95% of the population are either employees or self-employed. And because of that quadrant, meaning that you create revenue for somebody else in those quadrants, guess what? They only control 5% of the wealth. 95% of the population only come in contact with 5% of the wealth. So where does the other 95% of the wealth go? Well, they go to the right side of the quadrant because these people are right on about money, okay? They are the business owners. They're the business owners who pay the employees. So now I have people working for me that's going to actually generate me this millions of dollars. So yes, I can pay you 30 to 40K because you're making me 70 to 100K per employee, right? So think about that, guys. It was said that, hey, I would rather have 1% of 100 men's effort than 100% of my own effort, right? And create a system that stands for save yourself time, effort, and money. This is the same reason you will never see, the owner of a McDonald's. And McDonald's, he's probably sipping Mai Tais on in a jacuzzi somewhere on a private island, good right now, right? But only 4% of the population go into business ownership because of lack of education. We are not told in school how to be business owners. We're not told in school how to start business credit or get a business loan or anything like that. We're only taught how to be employees or possibly self-employed, because we're around barbers and hairstylists and things like that a lot of the times, right? So boom. Now I want to talk about this last quadrant, this investors quadrant, because this is where the 1%ers live, right? They have figured out a way that now I can make money work for me. If you haven't read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, man, it is it's life changing, very informative of what you need to know going into, any of, I want to say financial independence or any financial literacy. It really breaks that down nicely for everyone. Okay. And I advise it. But this 5% that are on the right side of money, they got it right, because what? They control 95% of the wealth. Because guess what? I own the, well, I'm not, can't say I own the employees, but the employees work for my company. They're making me millions and I just pay them pennies, right? That's salary, or that 2 to 4% raise that we're getting. That's nothing compared to what we're doing for the company as an employee, right? And as an employee, we're there almost 5 to 6 days a week, busting our tails off, right? Busting our tails off for time that we can't get back. Okay. So we talk about money every day, right? We use money every day, but we were never taught how to invest or trade. Why is that? Right? Because this is a skill that will teach you how to take your active income and turn it to passive income. And let me explain these two words. Active income is, again, the money that you're making from your job. Again, I will never knock a job. My problem is only having a job, right? Because you only now limiting yourself to one source of income, right? And that is your active income. So basically, now what it's going to teach us is how to utilize this active income and make it passive income, right? Passive or residual income is meaning that we do something one time and the money keeps coming back to us, right? Just like trading or investing. We put $100 in a escrow or a stock account, and that Bitcoin grows. Guess what? My $100 is now 400. Right now, I can take this 400, put it in, buy some gold. Right, I can trade it in foreign exchange. I can invest in some crypto and weed stocks, and now my 400 became 1,200 with that portfolio. And that's really what we want to help everyone do, is really create a portfolio, but really start by learning the skill set. Okay, so let's talk about inflation. And the reason why I want to come back to inflation is because we get excited about these yearly raises, this 3 to 4%, when actually this 3% is only keeping us in the same spot. Because due to inflation, as you can see, the value of the dollar is decreasing, right? And the prices of groceries and other things are increasing, right? So in 1929, a $20 bill would allow you then to get a cart full of groceries, right? You can probably, fill, your groceries for the house for only $20. I know some people listening now is like, man, I wish $20, right? But that's because, at one point we were on the gold standard where money was backed by something physical, gold, right? And because gold, the price of digging gold out of the ground still costs the same, right? That's why the price stayed the same. Now, once we removed ourselves from, this gold standard, the Federal Reserve and the government said, hey, we can print as much money as we want now, which dilutes the market, right? So as you can see, that $20 now, we know these days may only get us, some milk, maybe some juice, and maybe some paper towels, right? But that's about it. Whereas now certain investments like Bitcoin do the opposite, or what I like to call deflation, right? It protects you from the Federal Reserve since 2009 when it first came out, right? In 2012, Bitcoin would only give you a small cost, maybe about 10 cents when it first started. I knew somebody who paid for a pizza with the Bitcoin. I know he's probably mad at himself now because Bitcoin once seen $20,000 per coin. It's now around $5,000 per coin, which is still an awesome increase from the beginning. A lot of people say, hey, Bitcoin is dying, Bitcoin is going down. Let's think about it. Bitcoin started at 10 cents. It's now worth almost 4K a coin, guys, right? So let's talk about some profits, okay? Because I like to trade currency. Here are some profits from my live account. This is real. This is a real account. I don't do any demo flexing or anything like that. When it comes to showing profits, I show my real money, guys. And when I first started, I only started with a $300 account, that I've seen, a few thousand over the years. Even now, I have multiple accounts that are making money for me as we speak, right? And if you want to get involved, with my $300 to 3K challenge, I'm showing everybody every day my screenshots, how much I grow. I started about, I want to say last week. I want to say I started the 29th of January. only traded 5 days during that time and almost $100 in profit. But you see $11 profit, $38 this day, the 8th, and then the 10th, you see another $28 on the 10th. That's just a few things, that's one to look at. But we want to offer you beginner, immediate, and advanced level courses through pre-recorded modules, live online trainings that are going to be a flexible schedule, because we have our teachers that go live around the clock, right? And we have weekly mentorship workshops. Every Sunday we have our night owl sessions. We also have text alerts available if you download our app, once you're on your team. And actually all you have to do starting off is copy and paste our trades, right? But we want to also give you additional investing software, trading software, such as the web analyzer or harmonic scanners that actually does a lot of the work and scan the market for you. So when you're beginning, you can earn while you're learning, right? Because day one, you may not know how to enter trade or exit trade or take profits. But because we're going to give you assistance with this software and these apps where you can just copy, the trade from one app to your app, hey, you can almost profit immediately, guys. So, join the W.I.N network, right? If you really want to win 2019 financially, or even take your personal development to another level, and you want to take your motivation to another level, this is where you want to be. And we are the people you want to be with. We are looking for only quality people, guys. If you're not a person of integrity, perseverance, honesty, a trustworthy person, this may not be for you, right? We're looking to build with builders, right? And I told a lot of people, hey, if you're not building, what are you doing? You're losing, right? You're going backwards, right? And again, let me change that word losing, because I don't believe there's losers, right? There's people who win and people who just don't know how to win yet, right? So again, I want to see everybody at the top, guys, because it's the bottom that's way too crowded, okay? I want to see you guys at the top.